Hi there, I'm Jess from City Catering Southampton, and for today at Cooking Home with City Catering we are going to do a lentil bolognese, a nice simple vegetarian spin on a classic family meal. So we're just going to finely chop our onion. So we're going to chop and tail and chop it in half. I'm just going to peel off the skin. I'm going to chop closely that way, but not right to the edge, keeps the onion all together. And then we're going to cut halfway through, again, not right to the edge, it just keeps the onion all together, makes it easier to chop. So our carrots are going to be grated, so we're going to peel them first and then grate them. Chop this end off, then I'm going to keep this end so I've got something to hold on for the grater. So the next thing we're just going to prepare our garlic, so I'm just going to chop and tail and garlic clove and peel it. I'm just going to slowly, and again like with the onion I haven't chopped all the way through so it keeps it together, so it just makes it a bit easier to chop, and then chopping it this way. And then just roughly chop any large bits that are left. So now I'm going to make the stock to prepare. So I've got some veg stock cubes, and so just going to dissolve one in some boiling water, so I'm just going to pop the kettle on. The first step of our recipe is to rinse our red lentils, a really good meat substitute, that are really low in fat but really nutritious. So we're going to measure out those and give them a rinse under the tap. So I've just rinsed them, so I'm just going to set them aside whilst we get on with the rest of the recipe. So now just heating some oil in a pan. I'm going to add in the grated carrot and the onions and let that soften, and then add in the garlic for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to give this a stir. And so I'm going to add in the garlic, and then also, as the recipe suggests, going to add in some mushroom, just because we've got some in the fridge. So if you've got any other veg that you'd like to include at this point, just pop it in the pan. Going to add in the other ingredients, so I'm just going to pop the lentils in and just break them up and give them a stir in. And we'll give that a stir. Add the stock that we've made, and there's a note about just keeping an eye on, it's meant to be quite saucy, so as this simmers down just keep an eye, and we can also add in a little bit more water if you feel it needed. I'm just going to add a little bit of thyme. We're just going to leave that on a low heat to simmer for sort of 20-25 minutes. Going to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't get too dry, and just give it a stir now and then. And we're going to pop the pasta on to boil. So the pasta's cooked, so I'm just going to plate up and add the bolognese and ready to serve.